Well, you see, this is our venue. I think I'm so honored to have such a place like this for our future talks and activities. This is the financial center of Guangzhou, and this is, well, you can call it part of a five-star hotel in the sense that all these 20 floors of serviced apartments, and this area is surrounded by the consulates, and with a lot of expatriates. And that's why it is feasible and doable to have the raw restaurant here. It will be open as soon as the kitchen is ready. And actually, I would like Janette to tell us how she feels now, right in the heart of Guangzhou. It's your second visit here.
Yes. Actually, last time we were in Guangzhou, I thought what a lovely place it was. We were running along the river, and we went on a night cruise. It was lovely. And this time we came in a storm with lots of rain, and it was quite impressive. And now we're at the financial center, and it's just completely amazing. And what's really great is that the first raw vegan restaurant is going to open right here at this venue. So we're actually showcasing the venue before the restaurant opens.
Before it opens.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a matter of weeks. And, well, Janette, I can see that after 2 years since your last visit, the raw scene in China is quite different. We were in Shenzhen last night, and you are getting a different kind of audience with different questions fired at you. How was it? How was the feeling?
Oh, it was great. It was really good to see the changes and to hear the people saying how they have been making changes, and so many of the audience are also asking really good questions. They've obviously been doing some research for themselves and asking the questions and really wanting to know the answers. So it's great just to see the improvement. And, more and more people wanting to know.
Well, you know what? 2 years ago when you came, we visited 4 cities, including Beijing and Shanghai. And so many people afterwards came and thanked you for doing the tour because their lives have been changed. Their entire family's fortune made an upturn, and you should be seeing them in an hour's time, some of them coming back to thank you for saving their lives.
I'm looking forward to seeing them, and it's been wonderful to see different people as we've been going around the different venues in Hong Kong as well as here now, so in China. So it's just great to see so many people really making changes in their lives that's making a difference for them.
Well, frankly, that's what I tell everybody. If you want to open a raw restaurant, any part on the mainland of China, you are doomed, because we don't have the patrons yet. And it was a very pleasant surprise to learn that our partners, they decided to open this thing here. Well, this has a distinct advantage because this area is full of expatriates, and they are eating salad for lunch all the time anyway. And also, they are very, trendy. And we have this place ready, and so it's very different. I think it is their decision to franchise it if this becomes a success 1 or 2 years down the road. And if you come back, you'll be very much welcomed, and you can come anytime to talk on anything.
That's just great. Yeah, it's such an amazing venue. Like, it's so beautiful inside and out. They've put in a raw garden, so it's like you can go outside and be able to eat your meals outside, and surrounded by literally, this is the center of Guangzhou with the most amazing,
most expensive,
most expensive and most amazing buildings that are just reaching up into the clouds. Today, with the rain, it was just like they were disappearing into the sky. It's just, it's a fantastic city, actually, very vibrant, and this is just the perfect place to start, with a raw vegan restaurant.
I can't agree with you more.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it is franchised and it goes all over China? It's just incredible.
If you come back around Christmas, this could very well be the most luxurious raw restaurant all over the world.
Well, I think so, yes. It's certainly very luxurious already. And, you've got some fantastic chefs here that are going to really bring that, the menu out, and it's just going to be amazing. And when you think that it's in China, we were sitting out in the garden just now and talking about how you wouldn't think you were in China. I mean, this is just, it's way beyond anything worldwide. I mean, we just came from New York, and this has just blown that away. It's just amazing.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't have thought that we start with such a high-end eatery, you see. I know that eating fruits and vegetables can be very humble, and you shouldn't spend a fortune doing it. But on the other hand, if we start from the top and make it trendy, that is human nature. They think, if the rich people are doing it, there must be something into it.
Yes, that's right, and that does tend to work, in most places, and I'm sure China's, going to be right on it as well. So, it's just amazing. I can't wait to come back and see how it's going.
If it sounds odd, it is honest, and that is. Personally, I don't feel comfortable eating in a 5-star hotel. I'd rather eat, squatting in the streets and in our Dai Pai Dong and the cheapest places. That's my style. That suits me better with the grassroots. Mm-hmm. But now, I think it is fate that I should be part of this thing.
Oh, and,
a place where I don't feel comfortable.
You soon will. No, but I think, like you said before, taking it to the top to start with is, it's a great way for it to work well, and especially when we're completely surrounded here by, it's the financial center, we've got consulates from all over the world here, and, a lot of very high-end businesses, and so I think it's going to fly. It's going to be great.
Only if they improve their English. I have no confidence in the servicing team, their English. I suppose quite a proportion of our future patrons will be speaking English here, and we are preparing our menus and everything in bilingual texts and so on. Oh yes, coming back to your experience in Hong Kong, you spent some 9 days in Hong Kong before coming over, and that was the Raw Festival. What is your experience with the festival?
Oh, the festival, again, was really surprising. An amazing turnout of people. When we were here 2 years ago, there was definitely a movement towards people being more interested in raw vegan food, but this time it was overwhelming. There were so many people that were just coming in the door. It was a big venue, and they were coming in and really interested. They filled the rooms when the people was, we had various speakers as well as ourselves, and there was how many stalls did they have there? Wow. Of different, different raw, vegan, organic, different products and different demonstrations, and It was fantastic, and it was really well put on as well. I thought it was, very well done, and just the difference between, 2 years ago and now, how many people are just, jumping on the raw wagon. It's great.
And you mentioned jumping on the raw wagon. You are back from that Woodstock, raw Woodstock. How would you compare the raw movement worldwide, in the West, for example, with that you witnessed in Hong Kong?
Yes, well, I mean, things are moving very quickly overseas as well. And, we did just come from the Woodstock Fruit Festival in New York. And the first one we went to, there was only about 170 people. This year, over 600.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it was, quite a few repeat people that come every year, so they're obviously continuing with the lifestyle and enjoying it and, making a difference for themselves. Comparatively, when we got to Hong Kong here, what we found is, or what I think, is that people here are really concerned about their health, mainly, and so that's more the reason why they're wanting to find out and make these changes. Whereas in the States and even in Australia, many people already have got that information, have already made their decisions that they're going in that direction. There's a lot of really big, raw and vegan groups. People get together all the time. And then, they're definitely learning from each other, but it's more like a community. Whereas here, it's still on its way to become a community, I think. But definitely there's a huge move towards it. So globally, I think, we know that it's the fastest growing dietary movement, if that's what you want to call it. But for a lifestyle movement as well, it's the fastest growing one in the world. So people are becoming, they want to know how to improve their lives as well as how to improve the environment and, to do it with kindness and compassion, because after all, that's, we're all searching for happiness ultimately. And, to achieve happiness, we need love and peace and kindness and compassion, and it's all in that vegan mandate. And raw is just the next level of being really optimally healthy. So it's fantastic what's happening.
And in Hong Kong, I think we are blessed with a few distinguished members of the medical profession. Yes. And we have MDs, surgeons, well, more than one actually, who approves and even tried out. And we have a doctor in Chinese medicine, practicing Chinese herbalist, to support us. And that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Oh, it totally does. What I noticed when at the Raw Festival in Hong Kong, when those two doctors spoke, the room was full. There were, the seats were full. It was standing room only. Everybody wanted to hear what the doctor had to say, which is great because the doctor had to say something really important. And, and they're encouraging and supporting people to make their own choices, especially health-wise. And that's fantastic. And I think they're going to be leaders of the movement for doctors to start becoming more aware of what really does make a difference to health. And so, I think more and more doctors, as they, they lead towards that path, I think more and more doctors worldwide will start to take notice and start to talk with their patients on that level, which is fantastic. It's really taking it back to nature and the way that our bodies are, meant to be healthy. So, that's great.
Okay, perhaps I would like to end with a footnote. In case you are curious why we are managing to do this at all, Facebook is banned in this part of the world, in this country. But I was so surprised to know that we made it just because this is the financial center. This is a 5-star hotel full of finances, whatever that means. And to make them convenient, I suppose they kind of provided this, and we are lucky to be able to do it here now. This is totally unplanned.
Right.
So cheers, and we say goodbye from Guangzhou, and we hope that we have many more happy returns with Facebook Live.
Absolutely. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.